Tasty, tasty.
Hey folks, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It is the middle of Thursday afternoon and I have a ton of stuff to do. So I thought I would share with you guys some of the things I'm going to do today. It's not really an office hours thing, this is more kind of like planning personal boards and builds, because I have some pretty cool stuff to show and some pretty cool stuff to build. So I figured we'd do that today. So let's catch up with chat. Wobbly Cobblestones, thank you so much for being here. Super Hands as well. Afternoon all, there's always something to distract me. I am a very good distraction, I will be honest. Risdom, hey man, thank you so much for being here. Kaiju as well. It says 16 months. Yeah, 16 months of subs, dude. Thank you so much, Risdom. I thoroughly appreciate that. Jabronus, is that Fedi Fu? Fio? Good day. Thanks very much for being here. Is that an Australian in chat? I'm Quanta, good afternoon, and Ruby as well. Hello, people and cats. No cats today, and no workshop doggo as well. I know we had the dog on stream Sunday, but yeah, no doggo today. She's at home. My wife's back now, so the dog's at home where she's comfortable and where she's happy. So no doggo on stream today. But yeah, I figured I'd have an afternoon coffee. I'd take a break from work, which is depressing at the moment, to say the least, and try and show you guys some cool stuff, because I've had some deliveries recently of some really cool stuff. Some of it you might have seen briefly on stream before, other things you haven't seen on this stream, might have seen on other channels, but I don't know, we'll see. Bazooka, Sambo and Jay, what a lunch. Nice. What board we got on the desk at the moment? This is the Cloudline V2. This is the stainless steel edition of the board. It's got Gateron Type R switches in it, and it's got GMK Prussian Blue as the keycaps. I think that's under the keyboard command actually. Is it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah. Right. Okay. So PT news. Where are we up to? It's been a quiet week, I'll be honest. All of the last shipment is done. We've had a few Insta orders come in. SA Motorsport came in on Tuesday, but that's all been shipped out and is now in stock. We had some switches delivered today. So these are the new Gateron smoothies, the chocolates and the mints, and I think they're going to go in stock either tonight or tomorrow. I just need to figure out. So yeah, so we just need to figure that out. The rest of my day so far has been spent prepping for the open day. For those of you who don't know, we're having a meetup stroke open day here at the workshop on the 8th of November, which is only just over 2 weeks away. It's 2 weeks on Saturday, so if you're coming down, I can't wait to see you guys. Tickets have been selling really well, which is good, and I've kind of got most of the workshop ready for that. There's a few things like moving the cars that I store here out, giving the floor a good clean, putting some tables up. There's that kind of stuff to do on the day before, which will be the Friday. Other than that, and there's some tarpaulins to hide some stuff. Like I've got like 2 shelves that are just full of car parts, which obviously people coming here to see keyboards don't want to see and kind of just want to hide them away. So I just bought some big tarpaulins. We're going to put that over those areas and hide them away just so it's nice and neat and tidy. I've been setting up a photo booth so people can bring along their keyboards and they can have a little photo booth where they can take a nice photograph of their keyboard in there with like a soft box, and we'll put some like I'm going to put like a little tray of accessories that you might want to put in there with your keyboard as well, just some like cool props and things like that. So I've started to collate that together and got the softbox all built and plugged in and stuff like that. So now we're just really waiting for the event, and as I say, there'll be about an hour to 2 hours worth of work to just move the cars out of here and set tables up the day before, which is pretty cool, pretty exciting. I didn't even know that was a command. Good to, yeah, there's a ton of commands actually. Some of the cool commands that we have. Let me figure out some of the cool commands that we have, because I built a load of custom ones under stream elements. I don't know if there's a command to get a list of commands, but there is a list of commands. So you can do exclamation. Let's put some of these in chat and make sure they work. So you can do that, build service. You can do that, which is detail the 3D printers that we have. Oh, does that work? Let's try it. That doesn't seem to work. There's also gear. There you go. And then there's updates, Discord, FAQs, link to in-stock stuff, link to discounts and stuff. There's all sorts of different commands that you can use and have a play with. So yeah, there you go. You can see that's a better way of doing it. Thank you, Dynamics. Yeah, Stream Elements is what we use for those. But yeah, there's a ton of commands that you can have a play with. What's got you down about work? Hopefully business is good. It's slower than I'd like it to be right now. Just being completely open and honest. The back end of summer, start of autumn always tends to be quite slow in keyboard world, and then it's quite slow again around Christmas. It's like up until yesterday it's been fine. Like we've been, we kind of like have forecasts for what revenue is going to look like and things like that, and it's usually pretty accurate. And on a week to week level it still is accurate. Yesterday it was way off, so we expect to do somewhere in the region of 3,000 to 5,000 GBP revenue on most weekdays, and then a little bit more on the weekends, maybe double that on each day of the weekend. And yesterday was depressing because we normally average around 25 orders a day, something like that, maybe 30, 35. And yesterday we were less than 10 orders, which is the first time we've had that few orders since, I don't know, 2020. I want to say maybe early 2020, because we started in 2019, so it would have been early 2020. So it was a really slow day yesterday. Today's been fine so far. I've just caught my microphone commander. Today's been fine so far, so I don't know, like it's just that. But then things like that keep you awake, because then you've got things like staff to pay for and rent to pay for. And I got a lovely letter from our I'm not going to read it to you, but a lovely letter from our landlord for the building telling me that the rent's going up, and there's just like a ton of different things. So yeah, like it's difficult right now. It's difficult. The keyboard landscape is drastically changing. People wanting to go for the cheaper M-Chose type, Newfie type products. They don't want true, what I would call custom keyboards anymore. So it's all a bit of a ups and downs. And at the same time as that, I'm also trying to sell my house. I'm trying to buy another house and move. And I'm looking for work, and I'm looking for a day job again, because the team manage most of Prototypist. I'm kind of in a spot where I can step back and actually do something to make a living again, because I have no income right now. So it's all of those kind of things, and there's just a lot of pressure on right now. Like I'm just feeling a lot of pressure. I did try and have a chat with my wife about this last night, and it did not go down well. She's just like, "Oh, you just need to suck it up, buttercup, and get on with it," which wasn't what I was hoping for. So it's just one of those things. So I am a little bit down about it at the minute. Work is some element of that. We've also had like some bad decisions go against us, like things like Monarchy going bankrupt just has a big impact on us because of the systems board. So now there's like a whole legal thing there. What do we do with that? How far do we take that? There's still the legal stuff going on with Rama Works and my keyboard and all of that kind of stuff, so that's just headache and pressure. I've got accountants chasing me left, right and centre for things, and providing stuff, and there's just a lot of stuff on, right? There's just a lot of stuff on my plate. Like my dog's not well, and then of course I have to like manage staff expectations and things like that. There's the open data plan. So yeah, like just in general, I'm feeling a bit but I think it's just exhaustion more than anything. Switches, I'll be ordering them. Yeah, there's going to be two. There's chocolate smoothies and mint smoothies. I'll actually go and grab them in a minute, because I did mean to bring some up to show you guys. They're actually really, really nice, like super nice. They just arrived this morning. Chocolate and mint, my favourite combination. Yeah, they look really great together. I'm waiting for the final spec. So I have, when we ordered them, we get like a little spec sheet. But then I want the copy text from like the designer and the people behind them to make sure I'm putting it all on the product listing page. So there's kind of like a little bit of stuff there that I'm waiting for before we put them live, but it should be pretty soon. What is a mechanical keyboard? Oof. That's a difficult one here. So there's a lot of people that think they know what a mechanical keyboard is, but I have yet to find, in 15 years of being into the hobby, I have yet to find what I think is a good description of a mechanical keyboard. Do you need to sell the house first before buying the new one? So our house is for sale. I have some savings which I've been living off for the past 5 years whilst I've been running Prototypist. That amount of cash has slowly dwindled down and isn't as substantial as it once was, hence looking for work, or about to start looking for work. So you see, yeah. So the wife has been wanting to move for 4 or 5 years. Our rental period on this workshop was for 3 years, and we made an agreement, did my wife and I, 3 years ago, that we would stop house hunting then, and we would sign the lease for this building to give the company a chance to get its footing and get going again. And then at the end of the 3-year term, we would. So it's a 6-year term with a 3-year cancellation. So each the second chunk of 3 years is a rolling year-by-year basis thing. So we have like every May, 6 months before the end of October, which is when our lease expires and the new contract starts. We have like a breakout clause. We can say by May, right, okay, we're not going to renew in October. We've then got 6 months to move out or whatever. So once we got to that kind of like 3-year point, my wife was like, okay, you told me 3 years ago we couldn't move, so now we are moving. So the house is up for sale, which is okay. That's fine. We got an offer. We had, it went up for sale on the Monday. We had 2 viewings on the Tuesday, and we got 2 offers on the Thursday. And one of those offers we're now proceeding with. They came back for a second viewing last week, and that's all now. So effectively, the house is, sold subject to contract, which is great, and I hope and pray that all goes through. Luckily, we're in a position whereby we have a family we can stay with if we do sell our house and we haven't bought the other house first. But I'm not in a position to be able to just go and buy the other house outright, unfortunately. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when I had the cash, I probably could have done, and I probably should have done. Instead, I didn't. So yeah. 15 months. Thank you so much, Pestilence, for the 15-month streak. Really, really appreciate the subs, dude. Hugs for joining chat. Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Bless you. Thank you. Sorry for the pain right now. The world is messed up. I can tell you it's the same all over the other side of the world as well. Rent is ridiculous and cost of living is painful. I just wish switches were edible and keyboards provided shelter. Yeah. What's wrong with poor doggo? She's just getting old. She was at the vets a couple of weeks ago, and she's gone deaf. So we've had her for 10 years, and she was a rescue dog then, and they think she was between 1 and 3 at the time. So she's somewhere between 11 and 13, 14 years old now. And terriers of her type tend to live to about 12 to 14. So she's nearing the end of her journey, let's put it that way. But she's recently gone deaf, and she started to get little nodules on her skin, like skin tags. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. My 3D printer is making an awful racket. I'm just going to go check on it. I don't know if you guys heard that. I'll just check. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. It should be fine. Something's lifted off the bed, and it's fine. I'm printing stuff for the open day. So I'm printing doing 3D printed switch openers, and they come in 2 parts like a jigsaw piece. Now we have a load of them already in stock, but I'm printing off like another 50 at a time, which will make 25 switch openers because they're 2 parts. And it starts off drawing the squares and building it up, and one of them has lifted, so it's now printing into midair in places, and it's dragging around a bit of plastic. But it's as long as half of them print, it'll be fine. So yeah. So hopefully Pooch will be better soon, or at least as comfortable as she can be. Would you consider selling more generic products, keyboards, mice, etc.? Do you think that could help PT on business side? So I think we've looked at it, and we could absolutely offer things like Newfie and things like that. I don't want to go down that route because I like to offer stuff that I think is worthwhile buying. Mice is a kind of complex one because I'm not particularly into mice, and I don't know the market well enough, so I need to learn that. It's just one of those things that I just need to kind of figure out. There's other things that we can do, like we do no advertising whatsoever right now, none at all. We send out a mail blast maybe twice a year, if that. So the advertising side is something I've been starting to build upon. So yeah. Thank you very much for the support, Kaiju. I appreciate it. Colleague at work told me the other day that mechanical keyboard is like her old one from when she was a kid. She was talking about a typewriter. I mean, they are technically a keyboard that is mechanical at typewriters in a way. My wife loves clickies. No, clickies are not good. Any updates on GMK beta? Is it still aimed for the 30th of October? As far as I know, yes, but you'll see on our updates if we get anything ready to ship. So once we get a notification from GMK, it will go on our updates. As soon as they say, Jay, these sets are on the way to you, it'll be updated on our updates, and yeah, we'll go from there. Use the cancel object feature. Wait, what? Cancel object feature? I think you can do that on Prussas. You can, but it's fine. It'll just run. It's fine. Like I'm using old filament on a bed that's probably not being cleaned properly, and the 3D printer's not being used properly in anger for maybe 3 months. So this is kind of like the biggest thing it's printed in a long time. It'll be fine. Wouldn't bother with mice. Models come out so often, old stock wouldn't sell unless there's a huge discount. Yeah, I think we're finding that with keyboards now as well. Like we put stuff in stock and then it just sits and sits and sits, and then we end up selling it at a loss. So we're having to be really careful on what we do buy. Like I love to support sets like Pelican, for example. And Pelican's a great set. It's a good looking keycap set, or the Memphis 98, the Windows 98 themed one. Great looking set. I think we've sold 2 base kits in total from those, and we have to buy 50 at a time, and 50 base kits doesn't sound like a lot, but in numbers it is. So there's 100 base kits there. We've sold maybe, let's say we've sold 5 at most across both of them, and there's 100 base kits, but they would have cost us 70 quid a piece or whatever, plus import fees, plus duties, plus taxes, plus shelf space, plus staff time to count them and stock them and store them and all of that kind of stuff, and bank fees to pay bills and all of that kind of stuff as well. So until that sells maybe 40 units, we only make a profit on the last 10. And they've been in stock for 5 months, and we've sold none of them, which means they're only going to sell when we put them on a huge discount. So those projects have effectively not worked for us, and they will make a loss overall. So you have to hope that your wins, where things do sell out quickly, are more than your losses, which don't sell out quickly, especially when storage space costs you. So it's interesting. See you later, Klein. Have a good weekend. Is there an ETA for the key cult number 160? You can check everything on our updates. Our updates pages have all updates on them. If there are no updates on there, we don't have an update to share publicly right now, but as soon as we do, it will be on those updates. Unfortunately, I can't remember every single status of every single project, so the best thing to do is always look at our updates. And if there's nothing there, we don't have anything new to share. As soon as we have something new to share, it will be on the updates. That's the kind of main thing. Good morning from Arizona. Frozen Fusion in Arizona. Are you involved in any of the fusion labs out there? Because I know there's a couple of cold fusion labs out in Arizona. Looking back, I have remorse. Wait, what? You have remorse for using clicky switches? Fair. I get that. Right, okay, so I do have a few things to share. PT news. Planning for the open day. If you want to come along to the open day, please do that. One thing that I will tell you now that we're going to announce probably tomorrow is that the extras for the rubber Haku, the Singa rubber Hakus, the Haku with the rubber hose artwork on, those are going to be available in person at our Keyboard and Coffee event next Thursday. So that's a week today. Pricing and everything will be announced tomorrow, and they'll be available there. If they don't sell out at the Keyboards and Coffee event next Thursday, then they will be for sale online maybe a few days after that. So if you want a rubber Haku and you want to pick one up and you want to guarantee one, you're gonna have to come to Keyboards and Coffee next Thursday. So it's 9:30 until 12:30 morning to just after lunchtime, and I'll make you a nice coffee. You can have a look at the keyboards, you can pay for it through whatever means you want in person, and you'll be able to pick one up. Of course, VAT is applicable as well, so I'll figure out what that's going to look like. And then if they don't all sell out at Keyboards and Coffee, we'll put them on sale probably next weekend, so a week on Friday, if you're interested in getting one. Should be good. Okay, right. Time for me to start doing that's nice for participants. What do you mean, sorry, Niku? The group buy ones will ship. The group buy ones shipped 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. So those are all out now. But yeah. Let's look over the camera. I'll move my coffee out of the way. And oh, that it gets first chance to buy extras. Yeah, I want to. We did it for the last Kahakus as well. I just think sometimes doing products in person is pretty cool and pretty nice. And yeah, just little exclusives for people that come to the workshop, I guess. Right. The first thing I'm going to show you is my rubber Haku. Now, I did unbox this on stream a couple of days ago, but I'm going to try and plan out how I'm going to build some of these keyboards now. So, I only have one set of rubber hose. which means that I can't use rubber hose on these. The holes on the desk mat. Yeah, these are from when we built the long boy, the long man keyboard, which is like this long, and it has screws that go through acrylic, but there's not enough acrylic layers to stop the screws. It's like one layer too thin, and the screws went into the desk mat. It's just one of those things. So yeah, so we're going to plan on how to build this. Now I am going to use the rubber hose switches. This is what we're going to put in the keyboard. We have 2 packs of these. These came with a freebie. And we did get these really cool novelties as well. These were only for the group buy participants. The in-stock ones won't have these 2 things included, but they're pretty cool. So we may or may not use some of these keys. We are going to be building it with a carbon fiber plate, which is really nice, and we're going to be building it with the solder PCB. Look like tranquilizer that hole. You can go with that. Rack, thank you so much for 25 months of subs, dude. I thoroughly appreciate you. There's also the standard aluminium plate in here and all of the gaskets and everything else we need for the build. There's the waffle cloth, and then here's the keyboard. This is a JJW Cloudline V2 made of stainless steel. Yeah, so these novelties are slightly different colors to the ones in the key set. Yeah. So this is my unit. This is my unit of the rubber hose. This has got the lovely little badge detail up here, and then of course it's got the glass bottom with the polycarbonate fins on the fish and the rubber hose artwork. So I think that what we're going to do for this one is, I think we're going to, when I do build this, the current plan is to use the rubber hose switches that came free with the board, and unless I go for the smoothies, the new chocolate smoothies, actually I might use those. Let's have a think. Let's have a think on that. So yeah, so we'll use one of those 2 switches, either the new Gatorade chocolate smoothies, or we'll use the rubber hose switches. And I think we're just going to put a really nice beige down here. So I think we're going to go with JOG beige, because it's a beige keyboard, and then we'll spice it up with a couple of the rubber hose accents. I think that's the plan. To be honest, I don't know much about these switches. These switches were just sent to us by KLC as an apology for the group buy taking so long. I haven't tried them. This is you're seeing these for the first time with me, but we've had a few people say they're really nice switches. So I don't even know if they're tactile or linear. They actually do have like a little logo on the top that says "Be Bad." Can you see that? Camera, please. It says "Be Bad" up here. So these are custom switches. Oh, they're super smooth. But yeah, they're definitely their own switches because they say "Be Bad" across the top. Can you see that? Is it gonna focus enough for you to read that? Can you see that on the top? "Be Bad." They're pretty cool. Okay, we'll give them a try. Is it white or grey? This is not the grey edition. The grey edition is actually grey. This is the beige one. So the cases were different. The case for the grey one was grey. The case for the beige one is beige. So I'll show you it again, but it's very much beige in colour. So I apologise if the light doesn't pick up how beige it is. In fact, the face cam might get this a little bit better. So you can see it's a beige colour. The stream lights are so bright that you can see how bright they are on the back of my hand. They're just washing out the colour a little bit, but it's absolutely beige. Yeah, we'll do the Kahakus available for people who pop down to the workshop for keyboards and coffee next week, which should be nice and fun because they're always good days when we have people in. Trying to get all this back in the case now. Definitely beige. It is definitely beige. It's 100% beige. Cool. So that's keyboard number 1. So as I say, we'll build this on stream at some point very, very soon with either these or the new chocolate smoothies, which we're going to put in stock tomorrow or today. That's board number 1. The second thing I'm going to build around the same time, probably on the same stream. If actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to build this with something else. This is a TGR Tris. I did unbox this on the stream the other day as well. This is a little TGR numpad which is super heavy. Also a very much a beige color. It's not quite the same beige as that, but it almost matches this because it's titanium beige. So this is the Tris numpad, which is pretty cool. It's a real chunk. You know, you could hurt someone with that. So we'll build that at the same time as the next keyboard I'm going to show you. And the next keyboard arrived at the same from Oblotsky actually. It literally came yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And he sent me some switches. He was like, Jay, I really want you to try these switches. So these are something we're going to stock really soon. They're actually QK switches. Let me find the conversation with Oblo because he did tell me what they were and I've forgotten. Okay, so these are the Rye switches. Oh, sorry, oat switches. These are the oat switches. Yeah, they're the Neo oat switches. And we're going to be stocking the oat switches and the Rye switches really soon. So, yeah. But we're going to try those out when we actually do the build. So, thank you very much to Oblotsky. He sent those for free. Paid shill in a way. And this is the plate for the TGR that I'm going to show you in a second. Polycarbonate. Pretty nice. And this is the PCB. Green PCB. Designed by Wilbur. Very nice. I think that's everything there. Yeah. Cool. So, what about the keyboard? Can anybody guess what the keyboard might be? Did I pick up a Blue Ridge? I didn't personally buy a Blue Ridge, no. It is the Mia, yeah. So, Mr. Oblo reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and said that he had these available. And would I like to buy one? And I did. I think he sent me the invoice. I'm not sure if it's been paid by the accountant yet or not, but we already have the keyboard either way. Now, can you guys guess what colour this is? I don't have a regular 910 anymore. The only 910 I have right now is the GAF 910, I think. Let me double check. This is the only 910 I own, which is the GAF 910. I've had this a couple of years now. It doesn't get much use, unfortunately, and I probably am going to have to sell it at some point. So yeah. Missing in action. Violet lilac. Insert the lever in the gap. I love inserting the lever in gaps. I have a really nice lever to put in gaps. Let's see what's on the top. Cleaning cloth that says Near on it. Nice. Feet. Oh, there's the lever, look. Lever. I have tons of these from cars. Spare screws. Cool. Excellent. Okay. Do you know what? I'm actually going to put the plate of PCB in there now before I forget. Nice. Okay. Cyan. Lilac. Cyan. Don't know what we should see. And here's the keyboard itself. This is the first time I've seen it. I've not opened it. I'm seeing it with you guys for the first time. It's the first time the case has been opened since it arrived. Let's see if any of you are right. Last chance. Here we go. It is a really lovely deep grey. This isn't black, this is just a dark grey. And then look at the base. And the rear as well. Let's take the protective film off. And be careful of fingerprints. Look how shiny this is. It's pretty. So yeah, so we'll build this on stream very, very, very soon. It's kind of grey. I was hoping my Zoom 90 would be. It's a lovely grey. The cameras probably wash out the colours a little bit. It probably looks black here, but it's not. It's a really dark grey. Like next to a black keyboard, you can see there's a stark difference. Or I certainly can. Like you can see the difference because like this is black, this is grey. Okay, so that's the next thing we also have to build. But I do have one more thing to show you, which again I've not opened yet. Like I always like to open things and see them for the first time. That is JOG on the GAF 910, yeah, with a really, really special Kipura with it as well. So this is the GAF 910. Again, this will be for sale. It's got the JOG set on it. Although we do have a special Q and an M which didn't make it to the final kit. This is the prototype for the JOG. Oh no, this isn't JOG. No, I tell a lie. This is not JOG at all. This is OG die subs. I'm so used to seeing JOG, but it's not. These are OG UK ISO die subs mixed with the Q and the M from the German DE die subs. So these are OG Cherry die subs, with the Q and the M from the German ones. So it's not JOG. I thought it was, but it's not. But then the Kipura, this one here, this little bad boy, that's from, that was a gift from Alpha Keycaps a few years ago. There was about 5 people who were serious collectors of the Kipura at the time. I was one of them, and I think I had something like 150 different ones at the time, nearly every sculpt made. And for a select few of us, Alpha Keycaps made this one, which they called the Parliament Kipura. So a collection, it won't come off. A collection of ours is called the Parliament, and then for like the few people who collected significant numbers of Kipuras, he made the Parliament group, and we all got this sculpt for free. So yeah, that is GMK Prussian blue. The camera washes out a little bit. It's much richer blue in real life, I'm afraid. So the camera does wash that out a bit. It's GMK Prussian blue, which is in stock right now, and you can pick it up on the website. Yeah, super cool board. Yeah, original Cherry die subs. The only reason I remembered is because we didn't do the front print on JOG. That's what reminded me that this is OG die subs and not JOG. I genuinely thought it was JOG because this is what we were trying to replicate. And then, of course, it's got the base plate. It's Goose fingerprints, but it does have the GAF base plate as well, and the little GAF TGR style logos as well. Unfortunately not. It's one of the few sets where the Nordic kits sold out naturally, I'm afraid, Rack. So yeah, unfortunately no Nordic kits left. Yeah, organic selling out of Nordic kits is so rare, I have to be ecstatic when it happens. I could always sell you my personal set, but it is used, although there's no shine on it yet. Still got the texture on all the keys, even though it's been on my keyboard for what, 6 weeks, 8 weeks? God, that's heavy. Right, the last thing I have to show you, because I need to decide on keycaps for the mirror as well. I'm not quite sure what we'll put on that, but again, it should be built ready for the open day. My accountant is very upset about it. Can anyone guess what this is? I did speak about this on Instagram the other day, so some of you might know what this is. But this has been sent to us in anticipation of our open day. And unfortunately, I do have to send it back. I'm not allowed to keep this, even if I wanted to. Can anyone guess what this might be? This is not an LS. I mean, it's sort of an LS layout, but it's not an LS. It's not a TGR. This is not a Singa. I will sell you my personal setback. This feather's Enso, it is the Enso. Look at this thing. Look how beautiful this is. This is absolutely stunning. This is the Enso E with Botanical running the full Dynapack kit up. And we are going to be running this keyboard as well. Dude, I'm trying to buy a house. I need to sell everything. Enso E. Yeah. It might have been this exact one that you saw at the NK meet, because it only got shipped out to me on Monday and it arrived yesterday. So I'm pretty sure this is Dynapacked up. This do I have a keycap bullet to hand? Let's see what we're rocking under here. Oh no, this is MX. This is MX mounted. I thought he'd sent me a Dynacap version, but apparently not. Some super cool details on it though. So I love this polycarbonate that's been polished, and there's little tiny details like the plate here, the aluminium has got this little curve on it on the edge. Just bring it down nicely to rest on there. Well, yeah, I've got my headphones on, so I didn't hear the clack at first. But yeah, I did think he was sending me the rubber dome version, because we do have all of the Dynacap stuff here ready for it to launch. Like, it's all here in the workshop. I've got a huge box full of Dynacap wires and domes and stuff like that. That's the doorbell. I'll be back in 30 seconds. You just admire this beautiful thing while I go into the door. So I got a box just for delivery. I'm not sure I can open it on stream because I'm not sure what it actually is, so I'm not sure I can open it on stream. But I might do. Ugh. 3D printer ASMR, yeah. Exploded spacebars aren't exactly common. No, but it's more of an exploded bottom row. I kind of like it though. I haven't yet to type on this in anger, but. Oh, that's the Strata TKO we emailed about. Got you. Okay. I mean, hi Gemma. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I don't believe in endgame keeps, but this is one for me. This thing's beautiful, right? This thing, we'll take it apart and we'll have a look at it and we'll rebuild it. The other thing Clever also sent me is a little. It's not Alice, remember? It's not the same as an Alice layout. It's slightly different. He also sent me a little soft close for my camera, which is very kind of him. So we'll fit that to the camera that's going to be in the PT workshop for the open day. That has Reed written all over it. Yeah. It is beautiful though. It is absolutely stunning. And unfortunately, I'm not allowed to keep it. I have to send it back. In fact, I don't actually know how it comes apart. Oh, there's nylon screws there. I see. I'm gonna guess that this plate is magnetized in, but I'll get instructions before I take it. So yeah, so we'll have this at the open day. This will be available for people to type on and try out. It's pretty flexible. Interesting. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I was pretty sure it was a magnetic top. read written all over it. It does. It's really hot in here. It was really cold, and I put the heating on, and now it's too warm, and my phone's going nuts. Are you going to do a build on the Neo 80CU? I will be at some point. I've been waiting for a review unit to arrive for about 8 weeks now, and it's still not turned up. But as soon as it does arrive, we'll get a build done. I do have like the builds that I've shown earlier on today. They're kind of prioritized for the open day, so I will be doing those first. So I want the Mir to be ready. Obviously, we've got the Enso E that we'll take a look at on the stream as well. I also want the TGR macro pad to be ready, and the rubber Haku too, because we might still have some rubber Haku extras, and it might help sell them. So yeah. Do you have any info on that Bento 4 looking 40% that was in the Discord? Price, when, etc. The Minimi 40? Yeah, I don't have any details on the pricing just yet, but I might be able to tell you the date. Oh, that's the wrong chat. There's 2 chats for it. So it's going to run from October 31st to December 3rd. There's the dates. I do have access to the pricing sheet. I will have a very quick look at this and see if I can give you a rough idea of what the price is going to be. Oh, I need to request access. I've requested access. I don't have access to the pricing sheet just yet. So yeah, it's going to be under 200. I'm waiting. I need to see the pricing sheet. I have been sent the pricing sheet, but I can't access it because it's locked. So they need to approve that request. As soon as they've approved that request, I can have a look at it and I can give a rough idea as to cost. So yeah. I mean, there's VAT and things like that. So you know, I don't want to say exactly how it's going to be, but we will see. We will see. But yeah. Excited my hands. I'll get my hands on a Neo 80CU Q2 26 can't come soon enough. Hopefully they'll be faster than that human going. Hopefully they will be faster than that. I'm hoping we can get them done in Q1. I know they're in production right now, and I'm hoping that if we can get them shipped in the back end of December, because we've got a ship leaving. So the reason why delays happen in keyboards for is logistics, right? Like everything gets produced in China, and then they send it to our warehouse in China. And then once we've got enough stuff, which is roughly every 4 weeks-ish, we then put everything in a container, fill a container up, and then send the container across the sea. And then sending that container across the sea takes 6 weeks. So depending on when it arrives at our forwarder, it's got like between a few days wait and a couple of weeks wait before it gets loaded onto a ship. And then you've kind of got to wait 6 weeks for the boat to arrive. So I'm hoping that they'll be ready mid to late November. We can ship them in December, and they'll arrive with us maybe late January. That's kind of like my hope for the Neo 80CUs, but we'll see. We'll see. Can you explain how the pre-order works, please, if you have time? Looking at this 80CU pre-order, it's pretty much it. So you order it now, you pay for it now, and we then go and have it produced in your specification to your order. So we will literally go to the factory and we'll say, this customer wants the board in black with an alu plate and whatever other options you've selected. All the options you've selected, we'll say that's what they want. And so we'll collate the orders over a period of time, and then we'll close the order window. And then we'll take all of those orders, take to the menu and say, these customers have all ordered these configurations. They'll then produce those, they'll pack them, they'll send them to my warehouse in China. Once they get to my warehouse in China, I'll collate all of my stuff from other group buys, pre-orders, in-stock products coming from all different manufacturers, from switches to keyboards to keycaps to whatever else we have, into a container, on pallets, into a container. I'll then ship that container over to the UK. Once it arrives here, we'll then it goes through a whole customs import process and everything else, and arrives here on the back of a truck. Once the truck arrives here, we take everything off and into the workshop. We then spend 2 weeks-ish going through the 5,000 or 6,000 orders that will be included in that batch, and in that shipment, and we'll send all of the orders out to the customers that have bought the pre-orders, and then you'll get your stuff. Writing a letter to Starmer to whitelist Imager. Yeah, okay, fair. Jermaine, thank you so much for the Prime sub. 2 months, to really appreciate that. That would be amazing. Yeah, I can't guarantee it human going, which is why we do say Q2 just in case. But like the fastest I can do it, we will do it. Like it's in my best interest and your best interest for me to ship it as soon as possible, right? Because I don't want people to be upset that things are taking longer than they should do. I don't want stuff sat here on the shelf for very long because that's lost money for me. And then it's the insurance side of things as well, right? Like if you've got an order with us that I haven't shipped out, that's got to be insured, that's got to be underwritten somewhere. So yeah, so we have to make sure that. So the faster we get it shipped out to you, the better in all terms it is. So yeah, but we will try. I can't guarantee it. It all depends on timing at the factory. It depends on timings for ships and boats, because we can't always get a ship when we want to. For example, the shipment that's at sea right now, we wanted to wait for the Theseus split keyboard and the Liberty Walk keyboards that we did with Liberty Walk, the car company, and we held off, and the company that manages our freight forwarding in China was like, look, if you don't send the container that you have ready now, if we don't seal this up and ship it like this week, it's not going to arrive before the end of the year, and you're not going to be able to ship these products out and stock the extras. So we had to make a decision to cut off, and I've just had the bill to ship the Theseus boards alone over to the workshop by air, and it's going to be like nearly $3,000 just to ship the Theseus keyboards. That's not for production or anything else. It's just to literally put all 110 kilograms of those on a plane and ship them over. So yeah, Liberty wide keyboards are delayed because they're too wide to port. Yeah, they've got the wide body kits on, right? So yeah, so shipping and logistics. I mean, I know we're prototypes keyboards, but we're not really. We're a logistics company that just happens to have a sideline in keyboards when it comes to it, which is a really interesting way to think about it. Hope everything is well. Just got off work. It's storming outside, and I've got a board to build. We'll be liking. Nice. What board are you building? Let us know. So yeah, so Theseus and the Liberty Walk boards have been airshipped over. I was hoping that the obliques would be there as well, because I wanted to ship the obliques over, but they're still having PVD issues. So I don't know what the status is on those, but like, yeah, I need to chase that up. I was chasing yesterday for it, and the update that I got was that they're not ready yet. Hopefully soon they will be. So we'll see. Okay. So yeah, and now I have a Strata TKL to fix forward dynamics, which will be fine. I'm going to have a look at that later on today and see if I can fix it. In fact, it might be tomorrow morning actually now, just looking at the time. So yeah. Are you building your Mia? Yeah, we had a look at my Mia earlier on today. Oh, snap. Ordered an RWB keyboard, but when it arrives the sides were cut off. The wider sides were glued on with tiger steel and it was full of cigarette ash. Fair. Yeah, you've watched the RWB photos as well. You should grab a coffee. Yeah, coffee is good. And if you want to buy some coffee, you can buy it from Jay's Roastery, my coffee company. I actually spent, like, I don't have the best handwriting. And because we're at the open day, we're gonna have like coffee available for free. The first coffee is free for ticket holders. The second coffee you have to pay for, because I can't afford to give that much coffee away. Like, it's a lot. But I've been writing up the board, so we're gonna have 2 blends on the day. We're gonna have Fiction Blend and we're gonna have True Crime, which is our decaffeinated coffee. The Fiction Blend is a medium light roast with like vanilla and chocolatey notes, which is what I'm drinking right now. It's really good. And the decaf is very much a medium with dark chocolate kind of notes. So we're going to have those on, but then of course we have all of the milk options, so, and the drink sizes and stuff like that. So we can do an espresso, we can do a flat white, we can do a latte, we can do an Americano, we can do a hot chocolate, and we can do a matcha, and we can do tea. So I've had to I've handwritten this all across the board, like a big whiteboard that's on wheels. If you're on Instagram, you'll see it later on today. And then it's kind of like what sizes they all come in. So you can have the espresso, obviously it only comes in small, but you can have a flat white in a medium, a small or medium. You have a latte in a medium or large, all of that kind of thing. Hot chocolate's the same. And then there's a list of syrups that we have, because we have like 10 or 15 different syrups here, everything from pumpkin spice to vanilla to hazelnut to watermelon, and all of that kind of stuff. And then there's milk choices if you're having milk in the drink, so you can have soy or almond or oat or dairy or full fat, semi-skimmed. So there's like a whole raft of choice, and I didn't want people to be like paralyzed with this indecision, so I've written it all up on a board so people can see the board, and then they can go and order a coffee from Colleen, who will be our barista for the day. So yeah. Yeah. I have a round 2 color, which is the grey. I will show you gin lane. This is the round 2 grey color. So there you go. Yeah, this is an ENSO. Yeah, this is an ENSO. This is going to be at our open day in a couple of weeks' time, which should be really cool. Speaking of the open day, I saw in the Discord there'll be charity involved. Yes, we will be raising money for charity. So there will be a donations option, which we plastered all over the workshop, and might even be on t-shirts and things if I get a chance. But there's like a QR code where you can donate, and I will personally match. So if you guys raise 500 quid for charity, I'll put 500 quid in, up to whatever is the maximum I can afford at the time, which is probably going to be about £1,000. So if you guys raise £1,000 on the day donating to Macmillan Cancer Support, I will match that. So yeah, so we will do that on the Discord as well. So we'll put an announcement up on the Discord so people can donate if they want to, but we'll also have the QR code so people can donate on the day too. So yeah. How does one donate? A QR code will be there. We'll have a QR code on Discord as well, so you'll be able to use that to donate, or a link as well, something like that. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Amen. Thank you very much for being here. Enjoy your meeting. Enjoy your meeting. This is going to be a pretty short stream because I'm going to end the stream pretty soon, I think. I just wanted to like plan out these builds in my head and have a look at the ENSO-E. This is really, really beautiful. I can't stop looking at the whole Japanese garden design here. It is absolutely stunning. Sean Wins, hey man, good to see you. What a beautiful keyboard. Yeah, we'll have a good stream on this. This is the ENSO-E. This is the TGR Mia. In the grey colorway. So yeah. Never in the stream. I don't have a meeting until 3. I have other things I have to go and do, Gemma. I wish I didn't, but I do have other things I have to go do, like look for a job. So yeah. What's the plan for the Mia build? So we're gonna put so Blotsky's recommended the oat and the rye switches, which we are gonna be stocking really soon. So he sent me oat switches with it, and that's what we're gonna put in the board. We're gonna use the polycarbonate plate, and we're gonna build it ISO if we can. And then keycap wise, I haven't decided yet. But we're probably gonna use something GMK, but we'll figure that out on stream. Epic, yeah. There is some really, really cool keyboards out these days. So yeah, so I'm really excited to share all these at the open day as well. We've got the Rubber Haku, the Mia, the TGR Tris, and the ENSO-E, plus the JO 1 FE, the JO 3 FE, and a ton of other stuff that'll be really cool to have on display. And we'll also have a load of like Neo products, like we're going to have the Neo 60 Core, the Hall Effect one, and a few other bits and pieces as well. So there'll be some really cool stuff there. If you have a solder PCB, you'll be able to do ISO. I do have a solder PCB. Yes, it was one of the clear things that I said to Oblo when he offered me the Mia. I was like, it needs to be ISO, dude. So he was cool with that. Oh man, that's good coffee. Why am I getting pings? Oh, I see. People are taking screenshots of the keyboard and tagging people now. Okay, cool. So I think that's it. I think we've planned out what I'm going to do with these 3 boards. I'm not quite sure which we're going to build on Sunday, but when we do build the Mia, I think Oblo's going to join us on stream very briefly. Like we'll have Oblo on camera and we'll have a chat with him. And apparently I need to send him some shreddies as well because he likes shreddies and they don't get them in Germany, so I need to do that too. So yeah, we'll have a look at that, but we'll have it. GMK Flare arrived from Oblo today. Yeah, it's in stock with us, Chaos. It's been in stock for a week, I think. Yeah, but it's in stock right now. Yeah, it's in stock on the website. And I'm not going to do the whole shield thing today because it's a short stream, but Flare is in stock. It's also there in the pile. That's Flare just there. Can't find the grey one on Oblo. You won't, Amen, because it's a round 2 colour. It's streamer privilege. We did a flare build at the weekend, Chaos 23 on Sunday. We built a Void 65 polycarbonate for a customer, Jehovah, who sometimes is watching. He's not watching right now, I don't think. And we put flare on it, but we did the home row in high vis, so it was like orange and yellow high vis. It was pretty cool. Is flare as bright as high vis? Yeah, it really is. I'll grab the set for you. You can check our stream from the other day as well, because that's yeah, this has been in stock for a little while. It is super bright. Like the camera can't even pick it up because it just washes the camera out. But it's so bright it washes the camera out. But yeah, it's super bright. I'll try and show you in the face cam as well. It's just super bright. You can see how bright it is because the box is turning orange where the keycaps are. Yeah, it's super bright. In stock, ready to ship. Go do buy. If you buy like within the next 15 minutes, it'll ship. It'll dispatch today. So yeah, I'll get it dispatched today if you buy it in the next 15 minutes. But yeah, it's super bright. It's super bright. Okay, cool. Right. So thank you very much for watching, guys. The stream was literally just to plan out builds and to figure out what we're doing with stuff. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Go do a buy from the store. Supporters, buy things from the shop because we have a ton of stuff in stock and I'd ideally like it to be gone and be sold. And I hope you come into the open day. Buy a ticket if you want to. There's not many tickets left. I think there's not a huge number of tickets left, to be quite honest with you. So make sure you pick up a ticket and get across to the open day. Thank you very much for the follow, whoever that was. I missed the name, but thank you so much. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the weekend when we stream again. Take care. Have a great day.